on.
That's the other one.
Yeah. Here, there's two more down there. Okay, ready? Yeah.
Here you go.
Don't blink. In this forest, just a single moment is enough for every trace to disappear. Morning mist drapes over the pines, and sunlight filters through the leaves, falling as thin ribbons of light on the damp ground. The stillness is so complete that even the soft tilt of a leaf in the wind becomes audible. Then, wings burst open, sharp and sudden, tearing through the silence. It's no random sound. It's the call of the grouse, a bird that can stand right before your eyes and still vanish into the forest's shadow. We've spent many days in these woods, moving slowly, listening for even the faintest shift in rhythm, walking lightly enough that the forest keeps its own breath, keeping just enough distance for nature to unfold as it should, and saving our patience for the moment the forest chooses to speak. With us are hunting dogs, shaped by long years of training. A glance is enough to communicate. A small pause becomes a sign. This journey isn't about speed or pursuit, but about the quiet connection between humans and nature, where wind, footprints, and silence each have their own voice. Walk with us. Listen to the forest breathe. Subscribe to Famigo Farm to continue the journey. From here, the forest leads. We move deeper into the woods, where the thick carpet of leaves absorbs nearly every sound. No words are spoken, only slow, steady footsteps and breaths mingling with the early morning mist. The ground is soft beneath our boots. The scent of soil rises gently, blending with pine resin into that distinct fragrance of deep forest. It sharpens every sense, heightens awareness to even the smallest stir in the woods. Then, the forest gives its first sign. Ahead, the lead hunting dog suddenly stops. Its stance turns firm and still, unnaturally so, head fixed toward a patch of leaves that seems completely empty, its body drawn taut, like an arrow waiting to be released. In that instant, time slows. We stop as well. No gestures, no words. Silence itself becomes the signal. A soft breeze drifts past, carrying the scent of warm wood and damp earth. The air grows heavier, as if the forest is holding its breath with us. Then, a single step forward. A grouse bursts from the leaves, cutting through the light between two trees. Its wings beat fast and sharp, echoing like an alarm across the waking forest. Its flight path is low and swift. For a fleeting moment, its feathers catch the morning light. The body reacts before thought can form. The rifle rises, a motion refined through hundreds of hours of practice. The breath sinks. The eyes lock onto the flight. Everything narrows to a single point. A clean shot rings out. A brief flash at the muzzle, then gone, dissolved into the cold air. The forest settles again into its muted calm. Leaves rustle softly. The wind resumes its easy rhythm. The heartbeat slows. Joy needs no words. That single moment speaks for itself.
Oh, he's stuck in the tree.
To understand that moment, you must first understand the very species we track. The grouse is a small bird, yet a master of concealment in the forest. Its plumage blends almost perfectly with dry leaves, damp soil, moss, and aged bark. When it stands still, it disappears, even when you're only a few steps away. It doesn't cry out in alarm. It doesn't flee from danger. Its strategy is patience, waiting until the very last second, and then it bursts into flight. Cuts through the forest's silence like lightning splitting the air. Its stillness hides every intention, and when the moment comes, its motion is clean, swift, precise. Its flight path stays low and fast, weaving through trunks and branches, a thin streak of movement slicing through tight spaces. The entire window to react lasts barely 1 or 2 seconds. For us, that moment isn't luck. It's the result of breath, observation, and absolute focus. But behind the fascination of this bird lies a quieter impact that many don't see. Grouse favor tender shoots, young leaves, and fresh buds, the small, delicate parts that are vital to a forest's renewal. Those sprouts are the forest's future, the shade of the years to come, the food and shelter for dozens of other species. When their numbers grow beyond what nature can balance, seedlings fail to mature, and the undergrowth begins to thin. Weaker plants vanish. Stronger ones dominate. Ground-dwelling birds lose nesting grounds. Hares and squirrels lose their food sources, and predators move closer to human settlements in search of new prey. Nature is always in balance, but that balance is fragile. Controlling numbers isn't destruction. It's the preservation of equilibrium.
Gets ahead of.
To find them, timing and place are the keys. The grouse season usually opens as the forest enters late autumn. Leaves begin to turn color, dry out, and fall into thick layers covering the forest floor. In the early morning, mist clings to the lower branches, and the air carries a chill mixed with the distinct scent of pine as the seasons shift. This is when signs are clearest. Leaves slightly disturbed reveal pathways, moist soil holds faint prints, and sounds travel farther through the thin, dry air. The main hunting grounds are coniferous and mixed forests. Rows of pines, ashes, and birches cast long bands of shadow, while morning light filters from above, falling in narrow beams onto the ground. The understory here isn't too thick, dense enough for the grouse to vanish when still, yet open enough for their low, swift flights to slip cleanly through the shafts of light between tree trunks. The forest edge is the most crucial zone, where shade ends and sunlight opens onto grasslands or low shrubs. Grouse often feed, move, and change positions in these transitional spaces. Early morning is the best time to track them. The soil is still soft, tracks remain fresh, and any disturbance is easy to notice. Late afternoon is just as important. When the sun lowers and light slants across the forest, every movement, no matter how small, casts a shadow. And in the woods, shadows are the truest signs of position and direction.
Wild flush for you.
Then winter came, and the forest changed the way it spoke. A thin layer of snow covered the ground, not deep enough to slow your steps, but just enough for every movement to leave a trace. We prepared at the forest's edge, where the wind blew softer and the light spread evenly. Thick coats, soft leather gloves to keep the feeling in our fingers, and boots long accustomed to walking without making the snow squeak. The hunting dog's collar was checked one last time. No loud calls were needed. Just a small motion of the hand was enough for it to understand the direction to go. We started moving deeper into the woods. Slow steps, each foot placed exactly where the snow had already been pressed down, minimizing the crisp sound that breaks the stillness of cold air. Our breath rose in thin white trails, vanishing as they met the gentle wind weaving through tall trees. The air here was so clear that you could hear the snow slipping from pine branches when sunlight melted the morning frost. The dog led the way, head low, nose close to the ground, following faint scents left behind on the snow. Its ears twitched constantly at every small sound in the forest. When it stopped, everything around stopped too. No words, no signals, only the synchronized silence between human and beast. We lowered our bodies, moved toward a large tree trunk that offered cover on one side, and in front of us, a narrow gap opened, the familiar flight path of grouse in the snowy woods. From here, everything shifted into waiting. Waiting for the smallest sign, a dry leaf trembling, snow shifting slightly, or a patch of light suddenly darkening in the cold air. In a forest of snow, every movement is a signal.
You barely hit it, but you got it. You broke the wind.
When the moment comes, what remains lies in preparation and choice. In grouse hunting, Success is not about power. The chance appears for only 1 or 2 seconds, when the wings burst upward and the flight path cuts sharply between the trees. If you pause to aim, the opportunity is already gone. What matters is swinging the gun smoothly, continuously, without breaking the motion. The 410 shotgun is light and well-balanced, easy to shoulder in a sudden moment. Its strength lies in short, crisp, decisive shots. A single-barrel gun demands precision. 1 cartridge means no second chance to correct a mistake. Double barrels, whether side-by-side or over-under, stays stable while moving through steep woods and allows 2 quick shots when a flock bursts from different directions. A pump action holds its reliability in snow and cold. Follow-up shots come fast, but only matter if the hand keeps a calm rhythm.
One shot.
On this journey, we never walk alone. There are always hunting dogs beside us, trained through many forest seasons. They are not tools. They are part of the ecosystem we step into. Their skills have been passed down through generations, to catch the faint scent left on damp leaves, to read the shifting wind, and to notice the smallest movement within the lower canopy. A hunting dog does not rush forward to catch. Its role is to find, point, and to keep the rhythm of the forest undisturbed. A moment of stillness, a gaze fixed on the space between 2 trees. That is their language, clear, without words. The bond between human and dog is built through countless hours together in the wild. Trust, understanding, and respect. When the grouse takes flight, human and dog no longer move as 2 separate beings, but as one seamless rhythm. The dog leads. We decide.
Flew up in the tree.
And the forest
Yeah.
holds the moment. Because in the woods, no one stands above nature. Everything exists together. In the balance, we are responsible for preserving.
Lily, Tika here. Tika here.
Tika, come.
Come.
When the sun sinks behind the treetops, the forest doesn't fall asleep. It simply changes the way it breathes. And another journey begins. Wild boars often appear under the cover of darkness. They move along paths etched through many seasons, silent and unhurried, as if this land has belonged to them far longer than to us. Just the snap of a dry branch or a patch of freshly turned soil is enough to know they are close. They're not only searching for food. They dig through the forest floor, uproot young roots, and disrupt the forest's cycle of renewal. On a farm, a single night is enough for a cornfield to vanish. In the forest, the undergrowth thins out, and with it disappear the species that depend on shade and leaf cover. That's why control isn't a matter of choice or whim. It's a responsibility to keep nature's balance from tipping toward any one species. At night, the light is kept low. Breathing is measured, slow and steady. Sound becomes the only way to sense existence in the dark. No chasing, no disturbance, only listening and waiting for the darkness to move within the still forest. Then the moment comes, decisive, never rushed, powerful yet quiet. The path of a creature perfectly adapted to the night. The moment of taking a shot is not about showing strength, but about ensuring the forest can still recover and regulate itself. Everything stops at what is necessary, nothing more.
No, you get it.
So this place can keep breathing in its own rhythm.
Shoot the second one.
The forest was never ours. We only passed through, to listen and to preserve. Every creature has its own way of living. If humans wish to coexist, we must slow down, listen more, and act just enough. We don't seek victory, only a fragile, genuine harmony. Subscribe to Famigo Farm, where the stories of the forest continue to unfold.